Good day, everyone. This is Miserweed, and today we'll be doing the SNPL OSINT quiz 2024 Step 7. But however, that is not the first time I'm doing Step 7. I finished it, but I somehow lost the recording. So this is not a live recording of me solving the problems. Instead, it will be a quick review of how I solved step 7. So, step 7 mentions an old way of transport, and it was important, and there's one specific building, but it's not used anymore after 94 years. And the architect who designed the building was sent by the newly formed German Empire. Okay, so talking about the transport, the first pop in my mind is railway and building railway stations, of course, because that's the only transport I could think of that is, for one, popular in 100 years ago, about 100 years ago, and two, have a very specific building as the end of the adventures. So I think there's a bunch of very good designed railway stations, especially in Europe. I don't think we have famous airports that is that old. So most likely I'll go for the railway stations. And second, we have the information of newly formed German Empire. That's definitely a hint for time. So let's have a look of the German Empire was formed in 1871. So the architect was German and sent by the newly formed German Empire, which is around 1880 something. And most likely there's another country in Europe because I don't recall a lot of students are sent to, I don't know, Asia in 1880s. So probably somewhere in Europe. And we can approximate the time that the architect might be born around like 1860s. The railway station most likely is designed after he finishes studying. So we're finding the railway station that is built around 1890 or like 1900, those kind of. It says after 94 years, the railway station was abandoned, and it doesn't sound too recent, so I would say it's abandoned around 2000. So actually, the station was built around 19 something. I maybe not sure. Those dates are like approximate. They could be 10, 20 years off of the actual date. So I started looking the German architects and trying to find someone who was born around 1860s. So I found this list of German architects and trying to filter it down by checking the year they were born. But I actually spent a decent amount of time on this list trying to find any of them has built a railway station, but I got no luck. So I went back to the passage and trying to find more information about this station. You mentioned that for 94 years with some small breaks, the most possible reason for the breaks I could think of is like the World Wars. But if a city is very important transport-wise, most likely it will also be important during the war. So that reminds me that you could mention like the 94 years could mean maybe some specific railway that designed for like entertainment or tourism. So I started to filter down the railways, and there's especially some special roads in Europe. So I found this list of historical railways, And we can definitely filter it down by the hints in the problem. Like, most likely, since the city is very important transport-wise with some bricks, it's not like those one of those really important in cities in transportation. For example, Paris, because Paris is also important during the World Wars and those kind of things. So I'm thinking about some cities slightly further away from the center area of Europe, and most likely it's on the mainland Europe. It's not on any of the islands because I don't think they have a long enough railway to be like adventures to be specific. So after having no luck in the historical railway page, I happens to find this luxury train page, since we are finding the railway that's designed for like entertainment and tourism. So we happens to find this famous Orient Express, which started from Paris to Istanbul, and specifically the railway station in Istanbul lasted 94 years. And another reason why Orient Express caught my eyes is that it's actually from Paris to Istanbul, which is the boundary of Europe and Asia. So there's actually another reason, aka the Cold War, especially the Iron Curtain period. They definitely stopped the transport, especially the entertainment, tourism, luxury transport from Europe to Asia. And then we can find the Istanbul railway station for the Orient Express is Circasi Terminal, which is built by the architect August Jesmond, who didn't really have an English Wikipedia page, but there is a Turkish page. So after translating this Turkish page to English, we can actually double check that everything matches. He was born around 1860, was sent for study around 1880. He designed the station around, well, it's actually slightly earlier, and the station, just the one we mentioned, has once very important transport-wise for 94 years, but with some small breaks. So the NZ password will be the name of the architect, all lowercase, no spaces. And if we take the MD5 hash, is indeed the correct answer. Thank you very much for watching this video, and see you very soon for step 8.